Welcome to the Brown Spade Show. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different today. Today, when I woke up, um, I grabbed my phone, just checking my phone, and and I just noticed strolling through YouTube, and I see this. I see the artist Nas X, and again, when I saw him, he's locked up with another guy, lip to lip, and I thought it was when I saw it, I immediately thought that, okay, here we go again. It's another publicity stunt. But more so than that, it's more about them pushing the agenda. And the name of this show is called Mainstream's Hidden Agenda. And I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna be brief. It's gonna be a very short show because I'm really just speaking my mind because I see it, and again, I'm just speaking on it on this subject matter. So when I saw it, I immediately knew, okay, here we go again. And I talked to my co-host about it. We talked about it a little bit briefly. And initially, I wasn't going to do a show, but I've been pondering with it all day. So I said, you know what, the hell with it. The hell with it. Um, I don't fall up in that category where people are always talking about the cancel culture or whatever. If that's what they want to do, then fine, so be it. And again, I'm not bashing anybody. He's an adult. He has to choose what he want to do. But there's also something called integrity, and there's also something talking about protecting our youth. And that's where I'm at with it. Right now, it's about protecting the youth. Um, so as throughout the day, I just kept thinking, as I was talking to uh, Cleve earlier today, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, it just took me back, and I remember for those of you who are in their 40s, early 50s, I remember when the politician um, Maxine Water came out and talking about how guys were disrespecting women, all this type of stuff, and this was around when Tupac was at his height, and just talking about using the B word and profane language and stuff like that. And I just feel like um, now the politicians, where are you now? Where are you to protect the children? Because BET, that show was, younger kids are watching these shows, and I heard nobody just really um, trying to correct the wrong, if you would. I hear nobody really speaking on it because everybody is afraid that they're going to lose something because of this so-called cancel culture. And again, this has nothing to do with Nas X, his preference. He's a grown man. He chooses to do what he want to do. But just because he does that, just because that's what he chooses to do, don't mean that you have to shove it down our throat. And I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch it again. I watched it on YouTube. I barely watch TV anyway. Um, and again, I just kept thinking over and over again about it. I'm like, man, this is so hypocritical. I remember when Nelly the rapper Nelly, when he came out, he had a video, and they boycotted him, and he was profiled as misogynistic when it comes, this particular video. I forget the name of the video, but everybody was in an outrage. And so my question is, where are you now? Where are you now? Where are the politicians now? Where are the people? Where are the women who were outraged at Nelly's video? Where are you now? Why is this so? Why is this more acceptable? Now, why? Because it appears to me that people are afraid to speak on what they feel. That is your First Amendment right. But people are so afraid to speak up on what is right because they don't want to get canceled. And so that's why I'm speaking, because I don't care about that. It's definitely a hidden agenda. I mean, you got to think a small percentage of people in every other show that you watch, it's being shoved down your throat, if you watch any kind of TV show. They're pushing it on the cartoons. And that's when I'm like, okay, there needs to be a line drawn across the sand. They need to be held accountable for their actions as well. And that's just how I feel about it. Again, it's nothing to do with, it really has nothing to do with Nas X. It's bigger than him. He's just a pawn on the chessboard. And then, so I said, okay. So I looked even deeper. I said, okay, before I do a show on this, let me listen to this performance. Now, I do remember the one show he had, the one song that he had a couple of years ago. It was a big hit. And I remember the country people, they didn't want to classify him as a country artist. It was a whole big controversy about it. And so I said, okay, so once when I listened to it, I said, I'm not going to be biased about it. I just want to just listen to the song. It was not hip hop. It was not hip hop at all. So I'm like, this sound more like a pop song more than anything else. This is not rap. So why is he thrown into the rap category? Is it because he's a black male? Because he's not, that song is not rap. He doesn't represent what rap really is. It has nothing to do with his preference, but it was not rap. It's not rap music. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That song was garbage. That live performance was garbage. It was garbage. I didn't hear any kind of talent whatsoever. And I'm not saying this. I don't have any grudges or gripes against him. I don't know the guy. But what I'm saying is, talent wise, I did not hear talent. So my question is it me? Is it just me? Why is this agenda pushed so hard? Why is it pushed so hard in the black community? Why is this gay thing pushed so hard in the black community? I feel like the mothers, black moms in particular, need to be outraged. I feel like the fathers need to be outraged. I feel like the politicians need to be outraged. The preachers are sitting back. They're not saying nothing. They're not saying a word. So my thing is, if you being quiet because you don't want to stop your bag, so to speak, then you already done sold your soul. You've already done sold out because you're thinking about the money. You're thinking about the purse. You done sold out. Where the rappers at? Where your voice at? Why you not speaking on this? I'm not saying go attack the man, but I'm saying if it's not rap music, don't just let somebody come into your genre of music and they're not. That's not even what it's promoted for. They're just there. It's an agenda. He just put it in this place. Has nothing to do with rap. The female rapper, Ma, Young Ma, and she can rap. She is hip hop. So again, it has nothing to do with their sexual preference. But I'm just saying this guy is truly a pun. And before that, he pulled a stunt with the blood and the Nikes and all this type of stuff. So it's almost like he got to pull a stunt just to get your attention to make himself continue to make himself relevant. And again, it's bigger than him. So I'm not even talking. It's bigger than him. But since he committed the act, that's why his name is being mentioned. What happened to integrity? What happened to the children? You know, there's children watching the television. I remember they banned Janet Jackson during the Super Bowl when Justin Timberlake pulled the tape off and she showed her nipple off from her breast, and everybody was outraged. But there's nobody of power outraged about this guy kissing another guy on television. That is proof in the pudding that this is a hidden agenda. And in my humble opinion, it's just promoting self-genocide. And again, it's bigger than Nas X because they're doing the same thing with so-called gangster rap. Excuse me. They got these young boys out here waving these guns, promoting gang violence. There's nobody saying nothing. They out here twisting their fingers up on videos, holding money up to their ear, and they trying to live off of a street reputation. But in reality, the name of the game is to get out of the ghetto. That is the name of the game. If you're in the ghetto, you're just trying to get out. Once when you get out, why are you still trying to live by those rules? Those rules don't exist anymore. So again, it's bigger. So now I just feel like we're being attacked on more than just one front. You know, this is crazy. This is insane. And then as soon as somebody says something against it, he's you're gonna try to cancel them, or they have something against gay people and all this whole type of stuff. I can disagree. And I don't want to sound like the average person say, "Oh, I like black people. I work with black people." No, no, and that's how we sound now when we say, "Oh, I got somebody in my family gay." We all got somebody in our family gay. So I'm not even gonna throw that out there. Of course, we all do, but it has nothing again. It has nothing to do with their choice. It has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about this hidden agenda that's hurting people. That's hurting our young men out here in these streets. That's what I'm talking about. That is the agenda. And I'm challenging people with larger platforms to say something. I'm challenging people with larger platforms. Challenge. Challenge these people who got a large following. Challenge. Speak up for what's right. You say you're not a sellout? Speak up. Speak up. I just had to do this. It's going to be one of the short shows I'll be able to for those of you who listen to the show. Please subscribe, hit that notification button, on YouTube, on Spotify. We out. Peace.